I changed that shit, man.
Yeah, but you don't understand my life, David.
Yeah, I do. So that's the thing about it. And that's why I can talk about it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. A lot of folks don't I get that mentality. I once had that mentality that no one understands what the fuck I'm going through. And if you keep that mentality, you're going to stay in the same exact spot that you're in, that no one understands me. There's millions of people. Why do you think a book that I self-published, is doing so well? With a story that's so fucked up. People are like, I never get I went to a publishing house, like, who's gonna resonate with this story? No one's gonna buy this book. I'm like, are you not in the world? Are you not in society? You're never alone. Everybody's going through shit. So when people get this mentality of like, you don't understand me, you can throw a fucking rock to someone that can understand you if they're willing to break themselves down and stop hiding. A lot of people understand you. But you got to stop hiding. And that's why I tell people, a lot of people are going through shit. They just hide better than you did.
Most humans who could ever exist never will. And so the fact that you exist at all is against stupefying odds of who gets born and who does not.
You can't wait for everything to be perfect to start living your life.
If I see something, I see opportunity, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We only, we're all going to die one day.
Yeah, it's true.
So we live like that. Live like you could die tomorrow.
Don't fucking settle. Make sure that whatever life that you want, you strive for that shit. You make sure you go for that shit. Don't let anyone tell you it's not possible. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not practical. You make sure that you go for it. You hungry, you want it, then get it. Get that shit. Don't let nobody stop you.
No matter what you've done, you deserve respect. Even if you make mistakes, you're lovable. And it doesn't matter your look, skills, or age, or size, or anything. You're worthwhile. No one can ever take that away from you.
A blade does not become strong. It does not become tempered until it's been through the fire. Until it's been through the fire several times. And this is just your first or second time through the fire. And there's a lot of hammer work that has to take place. And then you're going to have to go back in the forge again. And it's hot. And it melts you down and you're uncomfortable. And then life is going to pull you out and it's going to put you on the anvil and it's going to hammer on you some more. And you're going to say, what? Am I done yet? Am I a sword for the ages? No. No, you're not. You're not done yet.
You pushed through this and you had these uncomfortable feelings and you came out of those uncomfortable feelings. That's where it all comes from. It all comes from life lessons, and the lessons are learned through struggle.
You have to struggle. You have to struggle. The bigger the struggle, the bigger the peace.
Consumed each man till there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. One voice began to echo through the night. One voice became 2, and 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. And somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person. One person can change the world by giving people hope.
When you are struggling and you start thinking about giving up, I want you to remember the power of hope. The belief that something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it. Our hope that if we work hard enough and believe in ourselves, then we can be whatever we dream.
Nah, don't do it. They did you dirty, remember? Don't call them, don't text them, don't go look at their social media stories. As a matter of fact, block their asses. Never let them have the satisfaction of thinking that they could do you bad and that you would be worried about them for one more second of your beautiful life. You're going to get out there, you're going to live, you're going to remember exactly who you are, and you're going to respect yourself. That's why you're not going to do it. Fuck them. Remember that.
Clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize. Rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying? Because I'm trying to get it.
The thing is, man, it's always going to be a party. It's always going to be a time to celebrate and a time to join friends or a day to, I mean, the bars are always open. Always open. No matter how old you are, they're always open, you know? What's not always open is the opportunity to check the box in life, you know, to achieve your dreams. That's not always open.
How many men have a guy they can call at 3 a.m.? I talk about the difference between a 6 p.m. friend and a 3 a.m. friend. So there are guys that you can call or text until about 6 p.m. that they're available until about 6, and after that, oh, I'm just too busy. Then there's the guys that at 3 a.m., you're calling them. Not only do you know that they're going to answer, but you're going to hear in the background them getting on their pants, clicking their pistol in the appendix position, and grabbing a shovel, because they assume that we're burying a body. And they're down to help you. Most men have zero of these guys.
It doesn't make sense in my mind. Why wouldn't you want to try to go as hard as you could on every set that you do, every chance you get? It's not really freaking often where I think about leaving something in the tank and have that be a positive scenario. And if you ever do a set like that where it's not like you're totally pushing it to the max, at least make sure you definitely push it, you know? You know when you did a hard set. You know if you push yourself hard. And you should be able to catch yourself if you're not pushing yourself up to that expectation. The lame lifter will at least be able to catch himself and say, what the heck was that? And then go harder for the rest of the lift. The last thing you want to do is do a BS lift, have a crappy pump, probably be in a crappy mood.
Clearly, if you've been doing the same thing for a considerable amount of time and with a considerable amount of discipline, if you've actually been doing a legit routine for months and you've been going hard and you're not seeing the results that you want, this is not a roast, but you just kind of have to, make some adjustments.
Everybody says discipline is so important, but they never want to tell you why. I'll tell you why discipline is so important. It's the strongest form of self-love. It's ignoring something you want right now for something better later on. Discipline reveals the commitment you have to your dreams, especially on days where you don't want to. The future you is depending on the current you to keep the promises you made to yourself yesterday.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it.
I don't care how good you are in anything, you don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline, because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%. Fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days.
Motivation, you have to learn to exist without it. You have to learn to be your best self and your least motivated. And that's the tricky part about all that shit.
2024 is your year, motherfucker. 2024 is your year, motherfucker. Nobody can stop you but you!
Which habits are you going to bring with you into the new year, and which ones are you going to let go? You said you wanted to change, but you don't need the calendar to tell you when you can start living the life you always wanted to. It's time to lock in. If not now, when? If not you, who? Make the promise to yourself today.
If there's any negative people in your life, cut those motherfuckers off immediately, bro. If you have a good fucking idea and you are actually good at something, bro, better than 99.9% of people at something, fucking go for it, bro. You do not need anybody to believe in you but yourself. That's all that fucking matters. 2024 is your fucking year. Be great. Change the fucking world, man. 2024, take the fuck over.
Alright, they're hating on you, so what? They don't believe in you, so what? You gotta stop letting the outside noise stop you from your grind, bro, because they're the fans in your story. They're in the bleachers for the reason. You're in the game. You really out here in the field. When you gonna stop letting nobody tell you about you? You're the one. You gonna make it. You're the dog.
If you don't make it in 2024, you're done. Straight up. I'll tell you the truth. You don't make it this year. And what I mean by make it is if you don't set a foundation and a schedule and a routine for yourself, you're done. The world's getting harder. There's a lot more distractions, a lot of fucking shittier things going on in the world. You gotta make it this year. You gotta get your mind right. When I mean make it, I mean get your mind right. Make your mind right. It's a very, very big year and a very important year. I'm telling you, bro, take this shit really seriously. I don't give a fuck how old you are. Start now. Start now. Because guess what? When this shit hits you like the fan, you're gonna be like, damn, I wish in 2024 I went crazy. I wish in 2024 I really started from this jump and just, bro, it's 1 year of your life, bro. It's 365 days. It's not even that bad. A lot can change in a year, but the best thing that can change for you is yourself. You gotta be selfish this year for yourself.
I've been there, my friend, and I know how you feel. Right now you're in the dark, and there's nobody else but you. You're scared, and you want somebody to come and save you, but nobody's coming to save you, my friend. You have to find a way to get out the dark and turn the lights back on yourself. You hear me? You gotta get up, my friend. You gotta move. You gotta breathe. You gotta get up and keep going. You hear me? You gotta move, my friend.
That alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning. Your mind says no. You just say, it's just what we do. It's what we do now. Because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, the amount of mental pain, of how many times you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. There's going to be more times you do something that you don't want to do than you are going to want to do it. That's your new norm. And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to.
Stop. Stop looking for the next video to motivate you. The fact is, you can read every single book, watch every video, listen to every single podcast, know all the information that there is to know, and it won't make a difference. What separates the winners from the losers is not the information, it's the action. It's understanding that you're gonna learn far more from the action than you will from the research. It's understanding that you're gonna get far more motivated by a real victory in real life than you will from any motivational video you could possibly watch. It's understanding that the real wisdom, the real lessons, the real power is found in waking up every single morning and walking the walk. Everything you think you need before you start is already woven into the journey, and you can't learn those lessons, you can't feel those emotions until you take the first step. And there's nothing I or anyone else can say that's going to supplement that. You have to find out for yourself.